Happy Friday, everybody. Wiggs here. You know the drill. On the Hudson River this morning, I'm watching people get all this exercise, running by. Meanwhile, I am standing still, drinking a coffee, and enjoying the view. Talking a little baseball, because there's nothing I'd rather be doing here on this Friday morning. I'm going to start with the Cubs series, because there's a lot to unpack with the Phillies. Cubbies, you got yourselves a Game 5. How about that? You were down 2-0 in the series. You came home, you had the home crowd behind you, and you fought to the nail. And we got some extra baseball, and I couldn't be more excited. I think the key in this series so far has been the Cubs scoring in the first inning in all 4 games. You know, they take the pressure off their pitching staff, which I think is so crucial for them. And, you know, you apply the pitching to Milwaukee's offense as they got to come back now in each of these games, and they haven't been able to do so in the last 2. So I think that's the key, is who can apply the first punch and how can the other team respond from that. So pitching matchup still TBD for Game 5. We'll be on the lookout for that, and I'm really looking forward to Saturday night for this Game 5 in Milwaukee. Should be a good one, and make sure you're tuning in. I need a sip before I get into the Phillies. Orion, it's not your fault. Orion Kirkring, I know you're going to be the scapegoat in Philadelphia for this, but you know, you made one bad play at one inopportune time, and it really was a classic case of the Phillies offense just not coming through in big situations throughout the series, not even just last night. I mean, when you score 1 run against the Dodgers, it's going to be really, really tough to win a ball game, especially in the postseason. And when you're in LA, once it gets to extra innings and you don't cash in, it makes it that much tougher because of their offense, and they've got the home crowd, and they have the last chance to hit. So, you know, with a lineup for Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Real Muto, Turner, to not come through, you know, to not have one of your guys get a big hit when you need it, something was going to go wrong, and it just happened to be Orion Kirkring at his expense. You know, the heat of the moment got to him. I'm sure it was a blackout moment where everything was moving really quickly. It was really loud, and he knew the season was on the line. He just made a poor decision. So I feel for the kid. He's a young pitcher with a bright future. For Philadelphia, you know, you got to wonder going into the offseason, do they bring Rob Thompson back? What changes are made on the roster going forward? Is the window closing for this core group? Because, you know, they've had multiple chances in October to, you know, deliver a championship, and they just haven't been able to do so. So should be a big offseason for Philadelphia. I know they're going to be aggressive. I know Dombrowski wants to bring a championship to Philadelphia, so we'll see what kind of moves are made, you know, on the coaching staff and with the actual roster. We got some Game 5s coming up this weekend. Tonight, Seattle will be hosting Detroit. Schoolboy versus Elon legend George Kirby. Should be a good one. And then tomorrow, the Cubbies will travel to Milwaukee for a Game 5. Winner takes all. And you're not going to want to miss it. Tune in to Odyssey. Tune in to Baseball Isn't Boring. Wiggs here. I'm going to drop the link to Baseball Isn't Boring merchandise in the newsletter, so check it out. Some really good stuff. And let's have a great weekend of baseball and enjoy. We'll pick things up.